Life often feels like a battle between our plans and reality. You plan for success, but circumstances change. You hope for peace, but chaos arrives. This tension between what we want to control and what is truly outside our control is not new. The Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, all asked the same question: what is truly ours, and what belongs to fate? Today we'll explore this question together, with ancient wisdom, modern examples, and real stories of people who lived by Stoic principles. The heart of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius once wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." The Stoics taught us to divide life into two categories: what we can control, our thoughts, actions, values, and responses. What we cannot control, other people's actions, nature, fortune, and fate. This simple distinction is the key to resilience. Epictetus used a metaphor. Life is like a cart being pulled forward, and we are like a dog tied to it. The dog can either walk willingly beside the cart or resist and be dragged, but either way, the cart moves forward. Fate is the cart, we are the dog. Our freedom lies in choosing our response. Seneca echoed this when he said, "Fate leads the willing and drags the unwilling." Modern examples and celebrities. This wisdom isn't just for ancient philosophers, and it's alive today. Admiral James Stockdale, a U.S. pilot shot down during the Vietnam War, survived years of torture by practicing Epictetus's Stoicism. He focused only on what he could control: his attitude, his integrity, his inner freedom. Stockdale later said Stoicism saved his life. Tom Brady, one of the greatest athletes in NFL history, has openly studied Marcus Aurelius. His calm under pressure, even in impossible situations, reflects the Stoic mindset: control effort, not outcome. Theodore Roosevelt, U.S. President, lived through immense personal tragedy. He once lost his wife and his mother on the very same day. Instead of being destroyed by grief, he wrote in his diary only one sentence: "The light has gone out of my life." And then, he kept moving forward, dedicating his life to service. This was Stoic strength in action. Viktor Frankl, the Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, echoed the Stoics in his famous words, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." The practical side. How do we live by these ideas? 1. The dichotomy of control. Ask yourself in every challenge, can I control this? If yes, act with courage. If no, accept with dignity. 2. Negative visualization. The Stoics imagined worst-case scenarios not to be pessimistic but to prepare. If I lose wealth, health, or recognition, can I still live with virtue? 3. Daily reflection. Marcus Aurelius, despite being emperor, wrote nightly in his journal. He reminded himself, wealth, power, fame, all fade. What remains is character. Storytelling moment. Imagine Marcus Aurelius in his tent during a military campaign. Outside, thousands of soldiers, political pressures, endless threats. Yet inside, he sits quietly, writing in his journal. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. Now fast forward 2,000 years. Think of a modern leader, athlete, or artist under immense pressure. The audience, the critics, the world expect perfection. They cannot control what others say, but they can control effort, discipline, and mindset. That is Stoicism in practice. Why it matters today. In our age of social media, constant news, and global chaos, we often feel powerless. We scroll, we worry, we argue about events far beyond our reach. But Stoicism reminds us, peace comes not from controlling the world, but from controlling ourselves. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, It is not events themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. The trap of control illusion. One of the greatest struggles we face today is the illusion of control. We refresh the news, check stock markets, worry about what others think of us. We convince ourselves, if I just try harder, maybe I can control it all. But here lies suffering. As Epictetus reminded us, when you are disturbed, it is not the event itself, but your opinion of it. And this you can change at any moment. Ask yourself, do you want to spend your life trying to control the uncontrollable? Or will you invest your energy in what is truly yours? Stoicism in crisis. When crisis strikes, philosophy is tested. Think of Winston Churchill during World War II. London was burning. Bombs fell every night. He could not stop the air raids. But what he could control was his courage, his voice, his determination to inspire. His famous words, "We shall never surrender," were pure stoicism in action. Or take Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for 27 years. He could not control his jailers or the length of his sentence, but he mastered his inner freedom. He walked out not with bitterness, but with dignity, ready to lead a nation toward reconciliation. Freedom through acceptance. Acceptance is not weakness, it is strength. To say this I cannot change is not defeat, it is clarity. Imagine a surfer. They cannot control the wave, but they can learn to ride it. Fate is the wave, virtue is the surfboard. The skill of Stoicism is to balance, not to stop the sea. As the philosopher Cleanthes wrote, "Lead me, O Zeus, and thou, O destiny, to wherever your laws appoint. I follow willingly." A challenge to you. Now pause. Think of one thing in your life you are fighting against right now. Maybe it's another person's opinion. Maybe it's the economy. Maybe it's the past. Ask yourself, is this mine to control? If yes, act with all your heart. If no, let it go. Free your mind for what truly matters. Because in the end, Stoicism is not about cold indifference. It is about radical focus on living with wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. So what do we control? Our actions, our values, our character. What do we not control? Almost everything else. But this is not a weakness, it is freedom. Because once you accept what is not yours to control, you can focus fully on what is. From Epictetus to Seneca, from Marcus Aurelius to modern survivors and leaders, the lesson is the same. Walk with fate, not against it. So remember, you cannot control the storm. You cannot stop the wave. But you can steer the ship. You can ride with fate instead of being dragged by it. And in this choice lies your freedom.